Hello and welcome to another video about the Disney College program. My name is Faith and this video is going to be all about the role of merchandise. So my first role in the Disney College program was quick service food and beverage. And people have asked me questions about that, but I have way more questions about the role of merchandise, so I'm going to talk more about that in this video. Let me know if you're interested in hearing any more about quick service food and beverage because I would be willing to make a video about that. I would love to answer any and all questions that you have, so just leave those questions in the comments if you do have any. But for now, this video is going to be about the role of merchandise. I will start off by saying that my role in merchandise was in Adventureland/Glow. So most of my views will be from that, but I did pick up in a lot of other locations too, so I do have some insight on others as well. I mean, you could be anywhere in merchandise. You could be at a park, you could be at a resort, you could be at Disney Springs, you could be at ESPN. There's just so many different things you could do in merchandise, so they're not all gonna be like the exact same, but I'm gonna do my best to like explain what I do know about merchandise. For the most part, merchandise is globally trained with like a few exceptions. Maybe you have like food safety training because you have a case line. I know in Africa they have a case line. The confectionery is a merchandise location. A lot of people think it's a food location. It is a merchandise location. They just also sell food. Some merchandise locations also require photo training. So again, like there's some variances along the different roles, or along the different locations. A common question for alumni from people like applying for the college program is, did you get the role that you talked about most in your phone interview? And personally, no. We did not talk about merchandise at all. And I have had no prior merchandise experience, so I have no idea why I got it, but I'm glad that I did. I loved working in Adventureland merchandise, and maybe I'm hyping this up way too much, but maybe I'm not. Maybe it is just amazing. If anyone is watching this now because their role in the location is merchandise in Adventureland, you are going to have the time of your life. Please enjoy it for me since I don't get to. You're gonna love it. So a little bit about my location. There are 3 locations that you could be working at actually in Adventureland. There's the Pirates Bazaar. It is the store like right after you exit the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. Then there is Bwana Bob's, which is the stand like to the left underneath the Adventureland bridge right as you enter Adventureland. And then there is the Agrabah Bazaar, which is the store right next to the Magic Carpet ride. And I mean, honestly, I almost always traded my shifts at these locations for Glow because I loved Glow so much. There's no special training to work in Pirates or Land, but there is special training to work in Glow. You do have to be cash apron trained because you're out there like by yourself. You are the store. You literally have all of your money, like your till is on yourself, on your body. I mean, it's called mobile vending for that reason. Like it's literally a store moving around. You are the store. Actually, now that I think about it, there is special training at Pirates, but you don't have to have that special training in order to pick up shifts there. There is leather treaty training because we do engrave like the leather bracelets there. But if you picked up a shift there, they just wouldn't put you on that. You'd just be on a register or something else. People always ask how many hours I generally worked and like what times of day they were at. You might think that working at Magic Kingdom, you work like crazy hours, like late into the night or early in the morning, but that was not the case for me. I mean, it is for some people, like Main Street's open later than everything else, but I was not on Main Street, so I worked what I consider to be like a normal amount of hours at normal times. My shifts were generally about like 6 hours each if they were Glow, which they most often were because that's what I wanted to work. The Pirates and Land shifts tended to be longer, more like 8 to 9 hours usually. My Glow shifts were usually either from like 10 to 4, 4 to 10, 3 to 9 if the park was like closing earlier, or sometimes there were mid shifts from 12 to 6. I only really worked later than that if there was like a special event. Like I worked the Villains After Hours events a couple of times during my second program, but I never got off like after midnight with those. But even if you got a late shift and didn't want to work it, it was honestly really easy to trade shifts. I feel like I was in a good enough location that people actually wanted to work where I was working. They wanted to work in Magic Kingdom and they wanted to work at the Pirate store most often. So it was really easy to trade shifts with people. They all wanted them. I never really had trouble trading when I like needed an earlier out time or something. There is actually a Facebook page for Walt Disney World merchandise cast members to exchange shifts, so that was really helpful. And I feel like a lot of locations at Disney have their own Facebook pages, so you can trade like with people that actually work there, so they already have the costumes, they're already trained on everything. It's just super easy. So part of the role in merchandise is stocking, and you have a specific stocking costume when you work at Magic Kingdom. I don't think other locations do, but I'm also not positive. But I know Magic Kingdom has specific stocking costumes. I can't speak. Now, what exactly your stocking entails will depend on the location that you're stocking at. Somebody is running the sink upstairs. It's all running in this room right here. Will it end? Okay, it's finally like starting to stop. Starting to stop? So because you have a specific costume at Magic Kingdom when you're stocking, you will know that you're stocking before you even go into your shift. Your schedule drop is literally going to say that it is a stock shift, so you know to come in that costume. You know that you'll be stocking when you get there, unless for some reason they're like short-staffed and need to pull you to help out on a register or something. That doesn't happen like all too often, but it does happen. So Adventureland merchandise shifts never said register on the schedule drop, but I picked up at other locations that did. Like Tomorrowland says Tomorrowland MK registers, Fantasyland says Fantasyland registers, or Fantasy registers or something, but ours never did. I don't know why that is. So when you were scheduled to work there, you could be on a register, or you could be doing a number of other things. You could be sent to help out with somebody who's stocking. You could be sent to just like reorganize a shelf. Maybe you're sent to grab all of the hangers behind the registers, or all of the ink tags. Or at my location, we also had one that was called Courtesy Captain, which was so fun. So you got to go just interact and engage with guests, the best part of the job. So merchandise is a role where cast members get to trade pins. It gives you so much more guest interaction, which like I said, I love. I pin traded like back in 2007 as a kid, but I never really like got into it other than that until I started working as a merchandise cast member pin trading. Then I started to come to the parks as a guest and pin trade as a guest. Contrary to popular belief, you don't get to keep the pins that you're trading as a cast member. Some people think that you do not. Those are company property. They are issued to you with your costume. It's part of your costume. They belong to the company. They give you pins. You do not have to bring your own. Some people also think that you have to bring your own pins. You do not. And I mean, you absolutely can bring your own pins if you don't care that you're not getting to keep whatever's being traded back. Like, there were times that I brought in pins just specifically to do a magical moment. Like, I brought in a Merida pin and would wait for a girl dressed as Merida, or a girl who just like talked about how much she loved Merida, so then I would give her a Merida pin. Magical moments. And when you're trading pins as a cast member, you do not get to pick and choose like what you keep off of that lanyard and what you give away. It is up to the guest. If they want to trade for a specific pin, you gotta let them trade for it. And you don't get to like ask for what pin they have on their lanyard. Some guests would come up and like hold up a little sandwich bag and like tell you to reach in and just grab one, and that would be like their bag of trading pins. A lot of people have pins specifically to trade, and then a lot of them also have ones that are like their keepers. So you don't get to ask for what you want, because it might be something they want and they might feel too bad and tell you yes, and then they're gonna feel bad about it. Like, there's just don't ask. Let them give you what they want to trade unless they say otherwise. Okay, so now to the training aspect. So the training for Adventureland merchandise lasted, I would say, like 2 to 2.5 weeks, because there was just so much that went into it. We started off by learning Pirates and Land and then went on to Glow later. Honestly, I felt super comfortable in my training. Like, I felt that I could do everything that was asked of me, which I did not feel when I was doing my quick service food and beverage training. I didn't feel comfortable in that role until like 3 to 4 weeks after training, it was hectic. Stressful, to say the least. But I did not feel that way at merchandise. I hear my dog. There's just a lot that goes towards working in food that you don't feel the stress of in merchandise. It's not the same. I 100% think that working for the company in Food First, though, did help me in merchandise, because I already knew how to work the registers. They use the exact same system. So I didn't really have to like relearn how to use anything. I just learned new things like how to ship items, because we didn't ship items in food service, because why would we? Breaks also vary depending on what park you're at. My breaks could be as short as 15 minutes in Animal Kingdom, but the shortest break I ever had in Magic Kingdom was 30 minutes, because they allow you like a walk time because the park is so big. I mean, I guess Animal Kingdom's park is bigger, but you need a walk time at Magic Kingdom, trust me. Honestly, that's all I can really think of relating to Walt Disney World merchandise. I guess if you have any other questions, let me know. Maybe I'll make a part 2 to this video. I am definitely going to make a video that is all of my Disney questions that I've all been asked. Oh my god, my dog's here. You want to be in the video? She's cute. She likes to be held. She'll fall asleep like this if I just like keep holding her. Are you tired? Her name is Wicket. After the Ewok in Star Wars, she is falling asleep. She has Mickeys on her collar. I would show you, but oh, she's showing you. There's the Mickeys on her collar. Anyway, overall, I think that merchandise is one of the best roles, and I am absolutely so grateful that I got to do it. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Disney content, and have a magical day.